Hey guys, what's up? This is Waifus here, and today I'm going to do a Vanguard deck list video for you guys today because the Volume Collection Volume 2 has come out. I think like a week or a couple of weeks ago, and from the new collection Volume 2, there are some new Royal Paladin support and some Pale Moon support in the set, like clan section volume 2. The set itself is pretty very good because it has the new Nightmare does support for Pamoons. I mean, I play Pamoons myself, even though I don't really play Nightmare dolls. I play Sabotorns, but the new Nightmare dolls, they are pretty good. But I am going to showcase you guys my Royal Paladin deck featuring Altmile, because Royal Paladins got support. And yes, Royal Paladin in the form of Altmile also got support because of the new Royal Paladin guys, and I think they synergize like quite well. And I'm talking about the new Royal Paladin guys in the form of Joe Knights. I know Joe Knights themselves they are pretty good, but I look all the deck lists and I only saw like Majesty, Lord Blasters, and Sanctuary Guards, Dragon working together with the new Joe Knight guys, but I wanna mix things up a bit. I'm like, I for myself think playing the Joe Knights with the Sanctuary Guard Dragon and the Majesty Lord Blaster, I think they are very very good, but it got kind of like mainstream for me. Even though the Sanctuary God Joe Knights and then Majesty Lord Joe Knights is very pretty good, so that's why I'm playing the Joe Knights in Altmile, and I kind of like wanna like try it out. I really didn't have much playtesting this deck. I mean, I did play test the deck like a couple times this last weekend, and it worked out, like pretty well, and I'm gonna showcase that deck to you guys. Alright, so to set the deck list up, the Royal Paladin Slather and the Royal Paladin Quick Shield. Okay, now for the grade 3s. Is 4 Aerial, Divine Knight, Altmile, and two of the blue Sky Knight. I know this fourth copy is an SP and an SP, and it kind of like bothers me a little bit considering the other 3 copies are SPs, but it is what it is. Okay, so the Altmile cards. Obviously the blue Sky Knights, it tutors out your grade 2s in the deck, and there are quite a handful of them in the deck because Royal Paladins are they're known for grade 2s, and Blue Sky Knight, it just like searches them from from the deck while also being a strong beater if you have no face-up damage in your damage pile. And then the Aerial Divine Knight is like a win condition, because if you have Altmile in the soul and you have no face-up damage, all of your grade 2s they get really huge, and all of them also gain an extra crit as well. So you have Altmile in the soul. You bring out a bunch of grade 2s by searching them with the blue Sky Knight on your last turn, and then on the following turn you write this call grade 2s from your drop and then from your deck, and then just pressure them, which pressure your opponent by going for the win. And if that doesn't kill your opponent, what you can do on your following turn grade 3 ride, you ride this card, which are the new grade 3 Geonite in the form of 4 copies of pure Geonite Ashley. Okay, so this is she is insane. It can also act as a main grade 3 ride, because when you ride her, you can make up the 5 attacks the turn you ride her, which is very very good for Royal Paladins. And then on the following turn, considering if you have Altmile in the soul, because in clan section bottom 2, the Royal Paladins also get eaten, which searches Altmile from your deck by checking the top 7, and then it also puts Altmile to the soul. So on your following grade 3 turn, by the turn you turn Ashley, you pressure them, and then on your following turn, you ride Aerial Divine Knight, call up to 2 grade 2s from your drop, and then from your deck, and then Altmile gets kind of big, because you're playing Force 1s in this deck, not Force 2, because it just makes sense to go Force 1, because Ashley, she has 2 skills, and then one of them is whatever unit that get called over her, gain an additional crit. If you can't count up with someone, so if you ride Altmile on top of Ashley, you count up +1. Altmile gets 2 crit, while also giving your grade 2s an additional can and an additional 10k boost. And this Altmile, since you're playing Force 1s in this deck, is gonna be hitting for 33 to crit with 10 drive. And then if you boost him with the grade 1, that's 21. If you boost him with Starlight Balloon, that's 43. So Altmile just by himself is really big, and yeah, that's why Ashley is really good into that, because it pressure your opponent like so well by riding Altmiles on right on top of her, because Altmile all of a sudden gets really big, as well as getting an additional crit. And Ashley also has another skill where if she's in either Vanguard or Rearguard cycle, at the end of the battle she attack, you soul blast 2, and then you call 2 Geonites with the grade of 2 or less from your deck. So that's how you make up to 5 attacks, because you swing with the 2 rearguards first, and then you swing with Ashley, call out 2 Geonites from the deck, and that's a total of 5 attacks. And then if you have Altmile, either of the Altmiles, you just pressure your opponent on your following grade 3 right turn as well. So yeah, Ashley is really good in the deck, and the new Geonites cards themselves are pretty good too in combination with that Altmile and Ashley as well. And speaking on, here's one of them. Okay, so this card, Explode Geonite Lolly. Lolly is, I really like her. This card is so crucial in the deck, especially for Altmile, because Lolly does 2 things for Altmile. One being when she attacks, you put 2 normal units from the bottom of your deck, soul charge 1, and then she gets an additional 5k. So she's basically hitting but retain it as a grade 2 in the rear guard, which is pretty good. And then another unit that gets called over her, that unit gets an additional 10k. So your grade 2s get big by if you call over her, because they suddenly become 20k. But the main reason why I like her is her first skill, where you put normal units from your drop zone to the bottom of your deck, and then soul treasure one when she attacks to keep her on an additional 5k. And that is really key in this deck because Royal Paladins, before discards, they are a really aggressive deck. They're really good at positioning your opponent, but they lack the utility problem. They lack the resource management problem, and she just took care of that by putting two nominals to the bottom of the deck, and then you soul judge one. That just solves a resource and the utility problem that Royal Paladins had for a really long time now. And Lolly is really good, and I like her for the soul charging part and taking care of resources by putting two normal units on your drops into the bottom of the deck. Like that's really huge. And 30 copies of Riverrot. I wanna play four copies of this, but they're not enough space. I mean, I tried 4 before, but I feel like playing more Altmiles in the deck. I think it is more key compared to like playing more copies of this guy, because grade 3s in this thing, particularly in Altmile, is how you win, not the grade 2s. Like, not the grade 2s. It only gives utilities for your grade 3s. They're not how to like win the game. But the Liberat is really good at pressuring your opponent because his skill to call grade 2s from your deck is not once per turn. Granted, you have to place him from that, but that's really good skill regardless. And then if you know face up damage, you can also use his skill just by soul blasting one. So Liberat is really flexible. I might play 4, but like I said, the deck space is kind of tight, and Altmile is far more important, I think, compared to the Liberat. 2 Starlight Violinist. This is kind of a utility card because if you have no base of damage in your damage zone, all your abilities they can boost and can intercept from the back row. So yeah, combos really well with Arrow Divine Knight. 2 Blaster Dark, because on this deck it lacks removal, and the Blaster Dark is how I do it. And then if you just roll him as your Vanguard, it's not bad either if they have a rear guard, because you discard a card and then discard against Twin Drive. So yeah, grade 2 they can get Twin Drive, and by taking care of the threats on your opponent, that's pretty good. These last 2 cards are just here for a bit more utility in the deck, which is Dagon, and one could be a Deconnect. Dagon is here as a beater and a counter charger, because this deck does not have counter charging cards, and Dagon is how you do it. And Deconnect is a really strong beater, while also soul charging one. So those last 2 cards for grade 2s are the utility cards. Okay, so those are the grade 3s and the grade 2s. Not for the grade 1s, they are pretty much consistency cards. Okay, 4 copies are needed. Okay, so this card, it came in the Ken Selection Volume 2. She is really good. So she has 2 skills, both on the rear guard. Her first skill is when placed, you soul blast 1, you look at the top 7, and then you call Altmile to the column in the same column as her. And then at the end of the battle, she boosted a grade 3 rear guard. It doesn't have to be an Altmile. It can be Ashley as well. I mean, granted, like if you really had to do that. Yeah, but what she does is that at the end of the battle, when she boosted a grade 3 rear guard, that she puts the grade 3 rear guard that she boosted into the soul, and then she comes back to your hand. Like, that is really good because putting Altmile, if you manage to hit her with her first skill and then putting that Altmile to the sword while also returning that to your hand, it sets up for your Altmile turn, and she gets back to your hand. So that's a 10k shield that you can use as utility during your opponent's turn. For shield value, like, she is really good. Like, she does so many things to that. She's currently a sword charger and a shield value card because during your opponent's turn, because she gets right back to your hand. And she combos well with the Jonah as well, which I'll explain later on the video. Okay, 3 card backups as well as to search for the grade 3s. I'm using this card and not this version in the deck because on this art it just looks so much better. This artwork is very nice. Like, Cecil is looking like a real Chad in the artwork. So 3 Cecil's to basically search for the grade 3, and you send 13 beta if you have no face of damage in your damage zone. And now the last grade 3 is 3 copies of Charging Jonah Morbius. She's quite good. She's a draw power for the deck. Whatever unit that gets called over her, you get the draw card, and then her axe skill in the rear guard is kind of like Lolly, except you counter +1, and then you put a normal unit from the drop to the bottom of the thing and switch it on, and she gets an additional 5k. So Lolly, she puts back 2 and switch it on. Morbius, it requires a counter blast, put a normal unit to the drops into the bottom of the deck, switch it on, and then she gets an additional 5k. So she's kind of like resource heavy because granted you need a counter blast, but whatever you took the set, you call over her and you get to draw 1 card. And she combos really well with the Altmile Sorcerer, because on your grade 1 turn, if you're feeling like really ready, you first ride a grade 1 Vanguard, like a Sisyphus or something. Search a grade 3 if you manage to hit it, but that does not matter. What I'm talking about here is you call Morbius here, and then call either here skill. If you manage to hit Altmile, you call over Morbius, and then the Altmile goes to that column, and you get to draw a card. And then that combo, it works with Lolly as well. But instead of draw, the Altmile that got called over, he gets an extra 10k. So yeah, pretty good synergy right there. Like all the cards in the deck, the grade 1s, the grade 2s, the grade 3s, they synergize really well together. Now for the last part, it's the trigger ratio. I'm putting a lot of crits in the form of 10 crit because I want to like pressure my opponent really hard, let alone going for the win. So that's why I'm playing 10 crits in the deck. Like you can go the standard ratio for Royal Paladin, which is 8 crit, 4 draw, and 4 heal. But I don't really want to do that. Like I wanna play this deck to either pressure my opponent early or win the game early. So that's why I'm playing 10 crit, and the rest is 2 draw pages and 4 heal. Yeah. So yeah, that pretty much rounds up my Jonah Altmile. This deck is fun. Granted, I really don't have enough time to like play play Tesla deck because I basically built this deck. The pretty much the moment Clan Section Balloon like literally like came out. I mean, I I think the deck itself is pretty fun and interesting. It's not as linear compared to the Sanctuary Guard Drone Knights or the Metal Steel Lord Blaster Drone Knights. Like but this mixture of mixing Altmile with Drone Knights, I think is pretty spicy, and I had a lot of fun playing the deck. Granted, it was a short time, but during those short times, I had a blast playing this deck. Like, this deck is really fun. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up my Royal Paladin deck. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment on this video for feedback, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, guys. Peace out.